There's a lot of people that say we're in a period of protectionism, deglobalization. Somebody would say that the European countries have been very protectionist already for several reasons. Canada with our dairy and chicken. Now it looks like everybody's accusing Trump of being very protectionism. And again, there's all sides here and we can get quite political. But when I'm listening to you talk, I look at the history of agriculture and we were small farms feeding small markets. And then we got really big. And what I'm starting to hear from people, of course, we need that, but it almost looks like we're coming back in a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. More and more people care about where their food comes from, and that's something that's true person to person. And more people have an opportunity and are taking the opportunity to support local businesses, local farmers, etc. And then you have these great big policy debates of our countries, as you correctly note. And you're right. I mean, different countries, Canada with dairy, American, with different types of industries, have at different times protected those industries. And here's the route that I suggest. We're at a place where it seems there are many countries that are ready to negotiate. I think that there's a strong desire by many people to have conversations between America and Canada progress, conversations between America and all kinds of other countries that have reached out progress, conversations with China, which has been an unfair actor in many ways, has cheated and has hurt farmers in Canada and America alike. There are indications that China wants to have more conversations. And so my hope is that we can begin to negotiate trade deals that are fair and that put our family farms first. And here's what I've prescribed. Although America had this kind of 1990s, early 2000s free trade, freewheeling time period, as of 2022, we actually only had trade deals with 20 countries. And it was with countries where it was very concentrated. So like China can move world demand because it has so much of the American market captive. So what we need to do is we need to negotiate more trade deals and make sure that we're opening up fair markets. So that potassium market for potash to come from Canada into America, let's negotiate around that product. We've got a carve out around it. Let's negotiate a good trade deal around that product. Food products and other agricultural products that are coming in and out of America and Canada and all across the globe. Let's negotiate. I say, let's negotiate one country at a time, one product at a time, because then we don't have these massive trade deals involving many countries, and many trade-offs could be good for, people raising beef and bad for people raising dairy, good for people raising asparagus and bad for people raising tomatoes, or the other way around. Everybody has a way. There's these great big trade deals with multiple countries, multiple products, and there's huge trade-offs. If we negotiate one country at a time, one product at a time, that allows us to get it right. Let's get it right on dairy. Let's get it right on beef. Let's get it right on tomatoes with each individual country and create more trade deals. We can certainly have far more trade deals with America than the 20 that currently exist. And I think there's a lot more countries that are willing to negotiate in a way that is fair to America, fair to Canada, find ways to have these trade deals open up more markets and more fair markets.